this is how gangster our government is. There was a war on drugs. We started a war on drugs. Turns out we're bringing it in. Then there's a war on terrorism. Turns out we created Al Qaeda. You understand why I'm crazy? I'm crazy because of that shit. I'm like, you could believe that shit. You want to believe that shit?
But the
Good luck,
problem
but
is
I ain't.
You just apply this to everything.
Basically, anything coming from the government. Anything coming from the government.
The dinosaurs don't come from the government.
Just there's so much fraud when you look into
Astronomy
it. Astronomy
doesn't come from the government. It comes from scientists.
Look into it, man.
But Eddie, I have looked into it. Look,
dinosaurs are for kids.
Look, this is you could go over these different sections of the Earth. Yeah, well, you can look at the next one that comes 10 minutes later. Maybe you won't think that one's fake. Like, oh wow, that one's kind of real.
It looks all fake.
It doesn't look fake. To me, it looks like what the fucking Earth probably looks like when you're 22,000 miles away.
To you, it does, not to me.
But what NASA's?
It's no big deal.
NASA
can we agree to disagree?
Yeah, but why think that it does?
Because I don't trust shit.
Why think that
I don't trust
the government does make these fake pictures of the Earth? Don't you think that would be like a risky
thing? We could speculate.
Thing?
You want to speculate? I mean, I could speculate.
I want to hear you speculate.
It's easier to control people when they're on a ball.
I've been trying to tell people that forever.
I don't know.
But like, we got to live on a ball. I told it to my wife. I said, it'd be easy to get the kids to listen if we just lived on a ball. Fuck this house bullshit.
I don't know, man. I don't know what to believe. I don't know what to believe.
That doesn't even make any sense. Why would it be easier to get people to listen if they're on a ball rather than they're on a plate?
Because if there's more land, people are going to want to. There's actually more land. Shit.
What do you mean? There's more land.
Who knows? If you
like the world,
exactly.
Like that's what are you talking about? I don't understand what you're talking about. Like more land.
You're saying if the world is flat and the flat Earth model is true, what's the point of it? What's the point of?
So all the math is fake. Like that the Earth is going 24 hours in a circle. Is that all fake? That it spins, it's going 1,000 miles an hour.
I don't. When you look into it, we're stationary. They haven't proved. If you look into the experiments, to prove that the Earth is spinning, all of them failed. Look into it.
What
you could just think that we've been indoctrinated into thinking
that's not true. That's not true.
Okay, I'm crazy. I get it.
Eddie, Jamie, what you gonna say?
I don't have the science in my head to back it up either. But that's not true. You can't say things like that. That's what Eric Dubé says, and he's not backing it up.
Where's the evidence that? Find the evidence.
There are 13-year-old kids in high school right now that can show you the evidence with scientific.
How come you can't show it to me?
Because I'm not in class right now, and I'm not up to date. I'm doing JRE work right now.
Okay, you're talking about some shit you don't know about. You're talking about some shit you don't know about.
But so are you. But you're saying
I'm just saying I don't trust it.
You're saying something that people have been proving for hundreds and hundreds of years.
Look into the Michelson-Morley experiments. That was Einstein said it himself. Einstein said to this day, there is no proof that we're moving. Do you guys just haven't looked into it? That's all it is.
You're watching YouTube videos, Eddie. There's a difference between looking into it and watching YouTube videos.
So let's say this. Okay, so what if it's true?
The same channel?
Okay, what if it's true that Albert Einstein said there is no evidence that the Earth is spinning? What if he says he said a quote? You say that's not true. I saw it on YouTube. But what if we find out that it is true? Then what?
What if they find out leprechauns are really butt-fucking genies
That's
on the
what
moon?
I thought. That's what I thought.
What does that mean?
That's what I said. So you're saying, do
you really
it's
think
on
that
YouTube?
Einstein said that?
Look at
maybe in 1947 there wasn't much evidence that the Earth was spinning because they didn't understand it yet.
Okay.
But when you're talking about something that happened more than a half a century ago, Einstein is, look, you compare all the people that are alive today, whether it's Lawrence Krauss or Stephen Hawking's most famous failed experiment.
That's the Michelson-Morley experiment. It was they couldn't recreate it. It was in the 1880s. I looked this up when I was watching a podcast.
True science.
Okay, so listen to what he just said. No, Eddie, exactly.
You keep using that. Look at the Michelson-Morley experiments. I did. I read up the information on it. It's an experiment that was supposed to be able to be recreated. It was not able to be recreated. So that evidence is used by flat Earth supporting people. Like you just said, like, go look it up, go look it up.
Yeah,
so
true
I did
science
look it up.
is repeatable. You can't repeat it. It's not real science.
You don't understand
what
you're
saying. I'm trying to tell you that. That's the evidence you were trying to say. It's
fake. They say the experiment showed the Earth is not spinning. No one can reproduce that experiment. That's why it's not real. So this thing that you keep repeating is bullshit.
Okay.
And this thing that you keep... But don't. No.
Hey, where did you get this information?
Jamie.
Where'd you get it?
Where'd I get what?
This information. Where is this coming from?
This is coming off the internet.
Exactly. So you're reading some information. I'm reading some information.
Slow down.
You didn't go to the library.
Slow
it's on Wikipedia?
Just slow down.
Eddie, stop doing
There's sources here. There's a book called the American Journal of Science. I'm sure that a lot of people respect
Which is bought and paid for.
Well, maybe.
It is. It's bought and paid for it. It's part of that.
Here's the thing, Eddie.
It's like the Washington Post.
Eddie, why would anybody be paying money for people to lie about the world spinning?
That's a very good question that everybody asks coming in. Everybody asks that
into the group.
Yeah,
have a seat. Have some
getting
coffee.
knocked down.
My name's Eddie.
One by one, they're getting knocked down.
Hi, Eddie.
All you gotta do is look
Eddie,
into
they're
it.
not. They're not. They're
It's
not.
huge.
They're
Flat
not
Earth
getting
is
knocked
huge.
down. That's why we just read this thing that you've been citing, and you didn't even understand it when we were reading it.
You read off the internet.
But that's
you
how
read off the internet.
I read it off the internet
too. I read it off the internet too.
I don't have any books here. I'll go find the encyclopedia if you want.
No, we're both reading off the internet. We're both getting our information off the internet.
So you're saying
one
who's
of
right?
them is peer-reviewed journals from scientists.
From American Journal of Science. Come
The
on, that's
internet
like
is also
NIST.
data
That's NIST.
and
That's like
Eddie,
that's like the
articles.
Economist.
So you think it's more likely that everyone is in on it and lying than it is one guy doesn't know what the fuck he's talking about and he makes a YouTube video and you get convinced. And it's attractive to you because it seems like it would be an amazing conspiracy to be ahead of. And you get trapped in the fucking rabbit hole and you go down the flat earth rabbit hole and you find yourself defending things with experiments that you don't even understand, which means you haven't
just
really
read
looked
some
into
shit that he pulled up off the internet,
But
and
I know that you don't
and you're
understand
like
it.
all over it.
I know you didn't understand
No,
it.
I understand it now. It doesn't matter.
Twice.
It doesn't matter.
But I understood it, and he had explained it to you twice. You didn't understand it. You were arguing
No,
for it.
no. This is the proof. Now I understand it. There was an experiment to prove that the Earth wasn't moving,
And it was not repeatable.
And then they proved it, but it
No.
But
No, they didn't prove it.
No.
They didn't.
I get. They didn't prove it, but
Right.
that doesn't mean that it's spinning.
Oh, Jamie, I'm sure you can find some evidence that the Earth is spinning. Eddie, people have known it's spinning forever. That's how that's how the seasons
Gravity,
work.
baby.
That's how you see the sun. We spin around. That's why it
Okay,
makes
explain this
eclipses.
to me.
That's why we
That's why you
age,
can
too.
track time zones. That's why you can put a piece of stick in the ground.
You're saying all the correct shit.
It acts as a sundial.
You're saying all the shit.
Eddie, there's
you would say.
a fundamental problem with the way you approach these things.
No,
And
there's not a problem.
The problem is you
I don't
go
trust
into
shit.
them.
You do.
But it's not that I
I don't have
trust
a
shit.
problem.
No, but Eddie, you know I don't trust shit.
I'm having fun
you
with
know
it.
I don't.
It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter if
That's
it's
a
flat or
bad-
round. It
that
doesn't
is
matter.
That's
I'm
a
having
bad
fun with it.
fallback. You keep saying that. It's a bad fallback because what we're saying is there are conspiracies. The problem is when you think everything is conspiracy, you act as a psyop guy and you fuck people over that want to look at real conspiracies. Because the real
That's
conspiracies
what I
like
thought too.
the Gulf of
That's what I thought, too.
Tonkin. Oh,
That's what I thought too.
Okay. Like the Gulf of Tonkin, real like Operation Northwoods, real things that really happened. When you look at those things and people explore them, they go, "Oh, I don't think they really killed Kennedy." Are you sure? Why don't you look at this? Look at this stuff. There's a lot of really crazy evidence. When you start thinking that the world is flat, the dinosaurs aren't real, all this nutty shit that you believe, and you just jump into it with, the problem is it discredits all these other things that you believe that might be real. Because the other things have some validity to them.
You just haven't looked into it. That's all.
Eddie.
I used to say the same
Eddie,
stuff.
you're talking about the
I
Earth being
said this-
flat.
I'm
Thousands of
saying the
scientists
same
have
thing.
looked into it. You think they're all wrong? That's so insane.
You haven't looked into it.
I have.
No, you have.
Oh my God. How could I not have? You don't think I have? I'm watching you go down the rabbit hole. You don't think I've tried to pay attention to what the fuck these people are talking about? It doesn't work.
I don't think so.
Eddie, there's websites dedicated to debunking it. There's dedicated to showing you the science,
On the
showing
internet.
you the math that you can do.
How come when you check the internet, it's valid, but when I'm on the internet, it's not?
You're not talking about the internet. You're talking about a guy's YouTube
No,
video.
it's not. Guys, there's a lot of guys. There's a lot of people.
But they're just YouTube videos.
It's huge,
Eddie.
no.
The science behind them
It's huge.
is not verified by peer-reviewed journals. The science of the Earth and
The
gravity.
government science that's bought and paid for, of course. You start talking about
Eddie, this
flat
is
Earth
so
and the science.
crazy.
You just
You
haven't
think
looked
the Earth
into
is
it.
flat?
I didn't say that. I said I don't know if it's flat or round. When I see a picture of Earth from space, what we're sitting on from space, when I see a real picture, then we'll have the proof. I'm just saying we don't even have proof that it's round.
No, we're looking at pictures while we're sitting here. Okay, you're not even taking into consideration the fact that this is a monitor. That you're looking at this, you don't even get like the high resolution. I mean, they must be gigantic files that they get. You would never be able to see them in their actual resolution on a regular monitor in the first place. You're talking about a photo of the Earth. Photo of the Earth from 22,000 miles away, and they take one every fucking
Looks
10
CGI
minutes.
to me.
The only way
Eddie,
you
it
can
might
convince
look,
them, Joe.
It might look CGI to you.
You'd have to jump
I
in a
could be
ship
wrong.
and go yourself.
No, I could be wrong. It could be real.
There's too many things
It
that
could
you
be
don't
real,
believe
but
in.
they've been faking them so much they look like all
That's
those other
but
fake ones.
that's not
They
good
look.
enough.
I've seen so many fake ones that NASA admits that they're CGI composites. There's so many out there. So when you see this one, it's like this is the same one.
Yeah, but
I've seen so many.
Fake
You go,
and
this is
CGI
another one.
composites is different. When
You
you
could believe
take,
it. I don't believe it.
Eddie, please. When you take one of these photos, these what are those called? When you fucking do that?
panorama. I'll show you.
Panorama.
When you do that, you know what that is? That's a composite. You're taking a bunch of photographs and they piece them all together. It makes one enormous photo. When you see these photos from space of the Earth from a closer satellite, not the NASA one that Jamie just pulled up, which does show a full-size image of the Earth, what you're seeing is they take a photo, they take another photo, and they piece them all together. There's no seams.
This is a composite
No,
photo.